Hi, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Roseanne Mead with TRG, and we are here today to talk about warehousing trends and challenges. We're joined by some special guests today, and we will let you guys introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Chasen Rogers. I work with Scansource Distribution. I'm an account executive, and I work with a lot of organizations like TRG to help them find solutions for their partners.
Good morning, my name is Richard Shaheen. I'm the Executive Vice President of DTG. We are a provider of mobile battery-powered carts for the warehouse and logistics space. Today we're here to talk about mobilizing technology in the warehouse industry.
So what are some of the current trends that you guys are experiencing or seeing in the warehouse space today?
I think efficiency is a key right now in the warehouse space. I think a lot of organizations are struggling with headcount and finding people to work in the warehouse. And so making their facilities a lot more efficient is going to be very key to their success going forward. I also think that organizations like Amazon have pushed warehousing to a point where they have to be able to perform and compete just as an Amazon warehouse would, where people are expecting to have their products and services the next day now, right? So it's going to be very important for organizations to be very efficient as they're providing services and products to their customers.
That's a great point. It's all about modernizing today's warehouses. And that's being driven by the omni-channel sales strategy. E-commerce companies, logistic companies, retailers, and fulfillment centers are all joining efforts and merging together to provide an end-to-end solution to consumers to better their shopping experience. And in doing so, they really need to mobilize technology and improve their warehouses by bringing technology to them in order to ship packages more efficiently, more productive, and in a timely fashion.
How has the pandemic changed technology in warehousing? How quickly are you seeing people adapt to that as well?
It's changed it tremendously.
Sure.
Tremendously. One of the problems with the pandemic is nobody was allowed to leave their house. They weren't allowed to go to stores.
Right.
So they were forced to adopt the online model and purchase equipment with their smartphone or with their computers. And then they were accustomed to packages arriving at their doorstep, and the convenience and the flexibility of that bode well with them and their families. So things like BOPUS and in delivering packages on site had a tremendous driving factor with warehouses today, improving their efficiency and improving their productivity.
And we've seen a lot of issues and challenges with finding people to work in the warehouse facilities right now. And it isn't just the warehouse facilities, it's the LTL carriers, it's the manufacturer suppliers. Everybody is struggling to find people to come in and work in their warehouses, and we're only going to get more busy as we go into the holiday season. So making your facility a lot more efficient, taking advantage of technology, I think that was one of the biggest things we saw come out of the pandemic. Is now you have to really take a look at your organization and make sure you're working the best way you can at this point. Most efficient.
There's a huge labor shortage. So retaining employees is a very important aspect in today's environment. By doing so, you can by mobilizing technology allows for that. It reduces injuries, it improves job satisfaction levels, and retains employees.
And what gives warehouses the competitive edge from a technology standpoint, would you say?
Mobilizing technology, we've had this technology in the warehouse for many, many years. We've had mobile carts in the warehouse for many years, but what's happened, and we've also had printers, laptops, and scanners. But what's happened for many, many years is people were accustomed to cross-dock. So they were bringing in large shipments of pallets and then shipping them directly out. So there was only a need for a fixed workstation at that time. But the new way of warehousing and the new way of logistics is those large shipments are still coming here. They're coming in large packets, but what's happening is they're breaking these down and they are shipping smaller packages to provide to the end users directly to their home. We're still doing this in the same warehouse footprint. So what's happened is the need for mobilizing technology by utilizing a mobile cart brings that equipment directly to the shipper or the end user or the user itself and allows them, again, to be more productive, more efficient, and to be more streamlined. So that's where technology plays a major role in the warehouse industry right now.
The mobile carts, from an organization like DTG allow you to change the point of operations so that your warehouse becomes a little bit more flexible and less stiff in the way that it's operating. So if you bring in a large shipment that wouldn't be traditionally what you would bring in. Now you can take the mobile cart, move it to that area, receive that product in, or vice versa. If you need to ship a lot of small packages out, being able to take that mobile cart, move it to that area, and ship those packages out versus this fixed workstation will really, again, get back to that efficiency and help your organization perform better.
What would you say the top two benefits are to warehouses that are making this investment and why?
It is definitely productivity and efficiency. Today's warehouses need to be more productive, more efficient, and need to improve their workflow in their environment. The shopping experience has changed everything. Customers want to get packages delivered to their door or picked up in store in a more convenient fashion. The pandemic has played a major part of this as well. An easier way to make a warehouse more efficient and more productive is instituting mobile technology. That includes a mobile cart. We've had mobile technologies throughout for several years that consist of laptops, printers, workstations. But predominantly, warehouses were doing cross-dock, and those were fixed assets and fixed workstations. By implementing mobile technology, it allows that equipment to go directly to the end user or the user within the warehouse space and improve their job function. It also reduces errors because now, sometimes when somebody has to ship something, they have to print a packing slip. And when the workstations were all fixed, it was several feet away, sometimes yards, or you're in a million square foot facilities. So what mobility has done is it has brought that technology directly to them, and it reduces and improves job satisfaction level by reducing fatigue, reducing shipping errors, and getting products out the door faster, which ultimately warehouses want to do.
And I think mobile carts also, because of the enhanced battery technology, allow you to bring additional technologies to the points within the warehouse, whether it's a sanitation device like a UV device or powering up wireless devices. The mobile carts, the battery technology that they use now allows you to actually power some additional devices that maybe you would have had to store in another area. Again, getting back into efficiencies, you don't want your employees and people working within the warehouse to have to constantly going back and forth and grabbing products. And if you can use the technologies that you have in those points of operation, I think mobile carts make a lot of sense because of that new battery technology.
That's what I was going to get to next, was how are the mobile carts changed over the years? How have they changed over the years?
That's a great point. And we've had mobile carts in the warehouse logistics fulfillment space for many, many years. The difference is the technology that has changed. We all know everything is going to batteries. You have battery cars, you have a battery leaf blower, and things are continuing down that path. What's happened in the mobile cart space for batteries is typically people have used an SLA battery in the past. That is your typical car battery. And what happens is it only lasts for so long, anywhere from 1 to 2 years. And then if you let it discharge all the way, it's very unforgiving. And it only lasts for certain hours during a shift. Well, with the new technology with lithium, that has allowed users to have a mobile cart up to 24/7. And with the hot swap technology that companies like DTG and others provide, we allow you to utilize one battery in a very small footprint and then interchange that or hot swap that battery so you can continue doing your everyday work functions without any interruptions. And that's where mobile technology, and specifically mobile carts, has thrived in the warehouse space.
I also think because mobile carts are by inherently mobile, they can be repurposed to other parts of the organization if you start to find that it's no longer needed, within the warehouse. You can repurpose it to your retail facilities, you can repurpose it to any other parts of the organization, whether it's healthcare or what have you, and use that cart to power those same devices, but in other parts of the organization. So I think there's just in its inherent nature, being mobile allows you to do different things with the cart besides just work in the warehouse, but it gives you flexibility. So that investment in the cart is going to be, there's going to be more of an ROI on that cart because it is allowed, you can repurpose it to other things too.
That's a great point. You touched upon ROI. Return on investment is what everybody is thriving to achieve, especially in the warehouse. Because when you make an investment to modernize your warehouse, you're going to spend a lot of money doing so. But if you can work with partners and companies and they can show you the return on investment of the equipment that you're purchasing and prove to you with total cost of ownership or improving workflow, the amount of time that you recoup your investment, that's a tremendous advantage. And then everybody's happy. Consumers are getting their packages faster, companies are saving money by implementing newer technologies, and it's an evolving change for everyone.
Thanks so much for joining us, gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.